Welcome back, Chums. My name is LastKnownMeal, and today we're gonna be talking about Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. So in the past couple of weeks we had a decent amount of information when it comes to Phantom Liberty marketing, events and everything else. Also, Phantom Liberty Tour is in full swing because in Warsaw, well, yesterday as I'm recording this video, we had a first presentation of the game to the community, and at the same time everyone who attended the event had a chance to play throughout the game for 1 hour. So we're also going to be talking about that, as well as Cyberpunk appearing on Xbox at Gamescom 2023. This video is brought to you by GFuel, fuel for gamers. Check out their huge selection of flavors from Crimson Tears, Elden Ring Collab and various others as well. And also the hydration series that is perfect for the end of the day. Zero sugar, caffeine or calories. They're also launching protein puffs, so check that out as well. Use code LKM on your next checkout to support the channel in an extra way. Now let's go back to the video. So first things first, a couple of days ago the official Cyberpunk Twitter account said that they are going to be at the Xbox booth on actual Gamescom. This does align with them saying that they're going to be in Cologne by the end of the month, which is basically a part of the Phantom Liberty Tour. So if you were wondering if that's going to be the same, yes, the Gamescom is going to host the Phantom Liberty Tour, at least when it comes to Germany. And also Xbox said in their official statement that they're going to be at Hall 8 in the north entrance, and these are going to be the show opening times. It's going to be from Thursday until Sunday, from 10 AM until 8 PM, or well, during the weekend it's going to be starting a little bit earlier at 9 PM to 8 PM Central European Summer Time. Now, of course, when it comes to specific details, I'm not sure if CD Projekt is going to have their PCs there where you will be able to play the game, or are they going to be in a separate area. But at the same time, if you're attending Gamescom, it's very good to check that out to be certain when you're gonna be able to play it and when you're actually gonna be able to attend the event the Xbox is gonna be hosting. Of course, if this is live, I'm going to be covering this, at least when it comes to official events. Now, of course, when it comes to Phantom Liberty Tour, so far that is pretty much closed, so people can just apply, go there, play it, and that's pretty much it. But of course, media and everyone else are gonna be having access to it, so I'm really looking forward to some new pieces of information we're gonna be getting there. But again, look, it wasn't confirmed if they're gonna be showing anything officially there, like publicly, so we don't know if there's gonna be any gameplay trailers or maybe a new trailer. We shall see. So far that is still up in the air, and I wouldn't like to hype you up for something which might not happen besides, you know, just the normal Phantom Liberty Tour stuff, which again is a closed event where you have to apply to get in. Now, when it comes to Warsaw event, we do have some images that were shared, obviously nothing too much and nothing of the game, although there was an AMA on the official Cyberpunk subreddit where one of the members of the community attended that event and she said many things which I think are very interesting, so let's go through them. First of all, someone asked about interface, and generally she said interface looks totally different. For example, I really like how V's phone looks now, way clearer, easier to read. You can see all of the text messages and switch between contacts. I did not check all of the menus unfortunately, but the skill tree also looks different. This is very nice, and also V's phone is gonna be sorted alphabetically now, so that's very nice, especially when it comes to just getting rid of all of the clutter that UI has, because honestly there are some things that I would revise in the Cyberpunk UI menu, but yes, that is going to happen with the release of patch 1.7 and the expansion itself. The second question was about NPC density. It does seem, at least when it comes to Dogtown and what people were able to see during their playtime, is that definitely, I'm sad that we only got to play for 1 hour, wanted to hear NPCs talk and check all of the dialogue options with vendors. So yes, it is going to be populated a little bit more, although when it comes to vehicles, when it comes to that density, it seems so far it pretty much stayed the same. So you're still gonna have areas which are gonna have more vehicles, and some areas which are going to have less vehicles, also depending on the time of the day. And I'm guessing a lot of that obviously has to do with people's PCs or consoles they play on, because usually that is rendered off of the CPU itself, so sometimes it's just doesn't appear all that much in the game, where some of the areas are going to be empty where they should be full, so it seems at least when it comes to Dogtown it has been sorted out a little bit. Also, when it comes to healing, this is very interesting because she said this. For example, health can be regenerated after a certain time, meaning we have to wait a bit before using another inhaler, so it seems right now after the patch you're not gonna be able to spam the inhaler all that much, and there is going to be cooldown in between. Also adding later, I also noticed some kind of Netrunner booster. Your RAM was unlimited for a very short amount of time. This is going to be great if you're doing a Netrunner playthrough and you want to, let's say, clean out the room but you don't have enough RAM to clean it out, because sometimes things can happen that way if you haven't invested too many points in it. So having this is definitely cool, and you know, it's gonna be worth checking out if it's going to be too OP, or maybe there is going to be a certain disadvantage to using that buff. Also, in the other news, we learned some new information when it comes to Dogtown and their heating source and generally how they get electricity, it seems. So this is what the official Cyberpunk Twitter account said. Scraps from the past, wondering why this pile of Aerozep scrap squatting right in the stadium's stomach ain't been junked for parts yet. Well, it's a vital part of Kurt's Wonderland. The nuclear heart nested inside feeds Dogtown's folks with juice, no bills attached, toss in water, a roof overhead, all for zip. You begin to grasp the siren song Hansen's Utopia. So it does seem, at least when it comes to the lore perspective, that Hansen is pretty much in control of this, and you have desperate people trying to find shelter, and they're trying to find, let's say, well, not heating in Night City, but just electricity in general. This is going to be one of the ways to do it. So seeing this thing, obviously, when we go inside of the game is gonna be extremely interesting. And also, of course, there has been some concerns from people asking if this, release is going to be smooth and they're not going to repeat everything which was happening before, when the original game came out. And obviously they're gonna be redesigning the game a lot, so I kinda expect maybe some issues, at least when it comes to bugs, because in general there is no way you can QA everything when it comes to this, but at least when it comes to stability, hopefully that is going to be, well, kept from the game right now, because Cyberpunk in this moment in time is pretty stable and runs actually really well, so hopefully that stays as is when the expansion drops. But also the patch itself is gonna be telling us a lot about that, because, well, when it comes to the patch, it's gonna be coming a few days, I think maybe a week before the expansion itself. I don't think it's gonna be appearing anytime sooner. And generally, if we look at some of the stuff from the SteamDB page, we can see that it has been updated a lot. You have the CD Projekt Red internal dev 5, and you also have test. This test wasn't something that was done before, so it could be either something for, the patch itself, expansion for QA, or maybe this is going to be something related to journalists and them playing the game. But again, we shall see how that happens, because usually whatever CDPR does, they do through GOG itself rather than Steam, at least when it comes to stuff behind closed doors. But yeah, we are honestly going into the final stretch. The expansion is gonna be coming soon, and there's gonna be a lot that I want to cover, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for more. Also check us out on Twitter, X and Discord, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. Also, one small thing before we end, my friend is doing a Cyberpunk 2077 inspired fan film, so definitely check this trailer out, and more info is gonna be coming soon, and of course I will talk about it eventually when it comes out, so check it out. This is LKM signing out, and stay tuned for everything coming into Cyberpunk, because there is going to be a lot, and I just cannot wait to go through it with the community and at the same time cover it on the channel. Stay classy everyone, and bye bye.